A new era is almost here. People are rejecting DEI. People are rejecting woke. People are rejecting the slop pipe down their throats. People want to be just normal, not insane. I know, crazy, right?
Hey, what's up, guys? Rip here. So just yesterday, we talked about the vibe shift that's been going on over the past couple of months, where it's become increasingly clear that people are rejecting DEI across the board, and people are speaking in the only language these big corporations and platforms understand, and that
Epstein Island tokens?
is by speaking with your wallet. It's becoming very clear that people will not support various companies if they have DEI related programs affecting the products and services they make. And you have these
this one's crazy because McDonald's actually suffered from the Palestine boycott, by the way. McDonald's came out and literally flat out said, yeah, sales are down because of this. That is crazy.
massive corporations and platforms that are now doing a 180 on their DEI related programs, completely abandoning them just in the past couple of weeks. And do I believe this?
Harley Davidson. Oh my god. Imagine them doing DEI. Hey, here's a double bike that you can ride with your trans son. Oh my god. Oh my god. These people would have better luck selling already pre-packed water guns for situations like that when someone comes out. Holy moly, that is crazy. Harley Davidson, DEI invoke. Oh my god, that is hilarious. And those are jokes, YouTube, by the way, but it's still hilarious. Well, it's hilarious because it's a joke.
This is a sincere effort? Of course not. They're just doing whatever will make them the most money. They're going with the direction the wind is blowing.
Boeing is falling out of the skies one by one. Dude, at this point, it's like every almost second week, some Boeing plane just falls to the ground because oopsie doopsie, something happened.
And they're seeing a big vibe shift that is rejecting DEI, and now they are following suit. However, now we're seeing more people in the gaming industry starting to get into this. We've seen multiple statements rejecting DEI from members of the industry, and here's the latest one reported by Eurogamer, and probably their least biased article in quite some time, saying, Lords of the Fallen publisher CI Games publicly shuns DEI, says it won't embed social or political agendas. Now let's see what's actually going on here. So in a recent statement to investors, the global marketing director, Ryan Hill, told investors the studio would focus on excellent user experience with compelling thematics and characters created specifically for core and adjacent audiences. Following perceptions, a high number of high-profile releases underperformed commercially during the last year due to what he believed to be social or political agendas.
Yeah. 100% on point, by the way, boys. I have to just say it, 100%, okay? Listen, there was gonna be a fallout because 2024 has been the biggest year of the Vogue gaming, okay? Dustborn, Concord, Dragon Age Railguard, Starfield, Unknown 9, Flintlock. And there's more. There is more. It is insane. It has been absolutely the greatest year for diversity in the worst ways possible. Good. Keep it up.
And he goes on further to say, we remain committed to producing player-first video games that prioritize an excellent user experience with compelling themes and characters created specifically for core and adjacent audiences. Hill said when asked for the studio's position on DEI, and he would say, this right here, while some video games have recently taken the opportunity to embed social or political agendas within their experiences, it is clear that many players do not appreciate this, and as a result, we have seen a number of high-profile releases underperforming commercially during the last year alone. Our games will always be developed to maximize player enjoyment and commercial success, and as such, we will not be integrating any social, political agencies into these experiences going forward, having observed the high risk this can present. Now, this last part is very interesting. I saw a lot of people see these statements from CI and they go, wow, oh my god, totally based. There's
Yeah, that does sound based. I mean, he's minimizing the damage because he doesn't want to attack anyone with the language he uses, that's for sure. But damn. Damn, boy. That is insane.
so based for this. They really believe that DEI is terrible. Well, we don't really know that. Just like with the companies we just mentioned earlier, we don't really know if deep down they actually believe that DEI is bad. However, they are making it very clear that from a commercial...
I don't care about this, actually. Listen, as long as a company understands that their DEI nonsense has no power and that we are gonna just destroy their games, I'm fine with that. You can deep down believe anything you want. This is, by the way, what I have... If you want to believe something, go ahead. But don't try to shove it in my face or anyone else's face, okay? No one asked you to do that. As long as you don't do that, I'm fine. You can believe all this quack shit that you want in your spare time. I don't care who you are, a CEO or whatever. But as long as you don't actually shove it in our face, I'm fine with that. And you can believe your stupidity if you want. No problems whatsoever, because you're wrong, and we have proven you wrong, and everyone else agrees that you are also wrong. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I even feel better about the fact that they understand that no one actually thinks like them, and they are these, like, outcasts of society. They should feel bad about themselves for being insane.
Standpoint, they cannot support DEI because it will backfire just like it has with other examples of DEI proponents in the industry over the past year or so. You know what that tells me? It tells me, again, they're listening when people speak with their wallets. And I think that is very, very important and tells you that you need to, stay the course here. If you see something that is working with Sweet Baby or has DEI-related programs or it's an incredibly woke company, don't support what they do. And eventually they'll have to do a course correction and get rid of this stuff. And here's an example of that happening in real time. They would not be making these statements if these games didn't flop that supported DEI over the last year or so. Now, going forward, let's talk here with the CEO of CI Games, Marek Tyminski, who would confirm this stance by quoting the previous statements we just saw, saying exactly, no, we will not. Now, of course, the reaction to this is very, very polarized, where you have reactions like this saying, LOL, you are so edgy and cool. Congrats on being the new favorite dev of the worst people on the internet. It's amazing how woke people aren't able to convert anyone who's anti-woke, especially when they call them the worst people on the internet for simply saying...
I would screenshot this, print it out, and put it on my wall of achievements if I had one. Damn.
DEI is a cancer in the industry, which it clearly is based on results. The next one says, this is so based. LMAO, game hasn't done well anyways. Don't think this tweet is going to help it either. Impressive, very based. Cool, I'll pirate your future games then. This is some embarrassing pandering. Good to see.
Oh, don't lie. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is a Russian, by the way. Yeah.
Based. What gamers want and will win. And then it says, okay then, that was always allowed. But yeah, like I said, the reaction to this has been very, very polarized. And also want to point out here, PC Gamer, they were mentioned in the Eurogamer article here.
Oh god, please, not PC Gamer. PC Gamer is one of the worst ever, okay?
They covered this a little bit differently, the same statements, but covered very much biasly here. So the headline says, Lords of the Fallen Studio embraces the DEI bugbear, says it will not include any social or political agendas in its games. Now, looking at the article itself, it's quite unhinged. So they cite some of the statements here from the...
Hey, it's PC Gamer. They literally tried to tell you that Diablo 4 is superior to Path of Exile 2 in like 50 different ways. It's not even... Dude, PC... Any opinion that PC Gamer gives, I am instantaneously thinking the opposite, no matter what.
Their marketing director, and then they say, and then he rolled into what I would call a pretty ill-informed take on the current state of the gaming industry. And then here's the next line of quotes we had just seen, and then he says, Hill didn't explain how exactly he or CI Games defines DEI, which has become shorthand slang for things I don't like among some parts
Oh my god, this is the woke, this is the anti-woke crowd argument constantly. These people who unironically believe in this crap and fight it are just, I think they're beyond saving, honestly. Because they don't even care what we think DEI or woke or any of these things are. They just make it up. They literally don't care what you call woke, what I call woke. They're just gonna make it up, and typically, yeah, it kind of ends with, oh, things I just don't like. Okay? Okay. First of all, 100% not true. Second of all, completely made up. Third of all, a completely stupid thing to made up. Because even if woke meant literally things I don't like, then, well, that's even better, because there's a lot of people agreeing exactly that these are things I don't like. So yeah, kind of works, honestly. So again, this is just how stupid these people are.
Parts of video game fandom, nor did he offer any examples of games that failed due to their social or political agendas. And then they go off on a
Wow.
tangent about Concord and Dustborn, which there's plenty others, Veilguard, Forspoken. You can go on and on and on. Everyone knows there's countless examples.
Concord and Dustborn are just shown as extremely good examples. Again, also things I didn't mention: Star Wars Outlaws, Skull and Bones, Assassin's Creed Shadows is gonna join the join the list of special people soon, very soon. And Concord and Dustborn are just constantly mentioned because Concord had like a 2K player peak, but half of that was their developers playing it. I'm not joking, by the way. Like, half of those people playing Concord were the developers. That's sad. And Dustborn had like a 70 player peak. That is insane.
Examples, but I love how they say we don't know what they define as DEI, but we're going to fill in the blanks for them by saying
Yep.
things I don't like, which is just immense copium. And then down here, they also say he did unfortunately lend credence to the ugly and patently false assertion that DEI is ruining gaming by, well, that's not really clear either. But that almost doesn't matter. As a hot button buzzword among angry reactionary gamers, the DEI boogeyman doesn't need a definition. It just needs to stir up lizard brain emotions.
Also, this is completely based on a false premises. Because one more thing that these people will constantly say is that, oh, woke doesn't exist. You call everything woke. That's not true. That is not even true in the slightest. What proves that woke exists, even if you can't even define it, and defining woke is kind of hard. My definition of woke is going to be different probably from yours and from all the rest of the people. Defining woke as a hard defining woke is pretty hard when you want to get specific. But well, then again, defining anything is kind of hard when you get really specific with things. But this doesn't matter because this argument holds no water. Even if there was no definition for woke, it's not like we're calling everything woke. And the things that people are calling woke are typically woke and failures. I mean, again, I mentioned all of these things. Starfield, Dragon Age Railgun. Well, Starfield a little bit less. It's just shit in general, honestly. But it also has its woke stuff. Avowed currently is also on the charcoals to see what happens with that thing. And it's most likely going to be woke. And if it's not, it's going to be an extremely bad game anyway. The only mistake, by the way, is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. But that game is just subpar garbage and was marketed as full-blown woke disaster area. You literally had a guy with 15 rainbow pins saying, this is for modern audiences. And people, like, abandoned it. You know? And people agree that that was a false woke claim. Most people agree that Indiana Jones, the Great Circle, was not actually even woke. You see, when we mess up, the people who call things woke, we mess up. We all also come together and say, yeah, we kind of messed up on this one. And again, we're not calling everything woke. No one called Doom woke. Okay, you didn't have that. No one called the Pokemon Go when it came out woke. No one called the new Call of Duty woke. They're ignoring that most games are not called woke. only a very, very few, honestly, games are being called woke. And they're all failing. And they are all, social justice panderings and political inserts. So, even if woke has no definition, we're right at the end of the day.
On the way to generating views. I can't believe nobody's clicking on PC Gamer articles. Why would that happen? I can't believe it. But anyways, they go down to say this massive copium saying Hill's comments stand in sharp contrast to those expressed by another Polish games company, Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red. Now that's very interesting. They're saying that like it's a W. CD Projekt Red has had their reputation dragged through the mud because of their obsession with DEI. We all know they are the kings of, or I should say, the they-thems of diversity.
They literally got a diversity award. How many times do I have to say it? CDPR Red got a diversity trophy a couple of years ago.
Diversity and inclusion. Okay, they have more stuff about DEI on their website than they do about their games. That's how bad things are. But I want to go on a little tangent because it's funny they mention CD Projekt Red because their CEO has made a very interesting statement just a few days ago, where he was talking about how Witcher 3 turns 10 this May, and around 100 of the developers are still working with them to this day. So they went from 200 to 100 currently in that 10-year span. And some people basically said, well, that's a complicated way of saying half of your development team has left, where Michael Nowakowski, the CEO of CD Projekt Red, would reply saying, we're not working and never worked with Sweet Baby. Never even heard of them till recently, to be honest. Also, we have not lost Prime Meat.
I looked, we looked at this yesterday. I couldn't find that they're working with Sweet Baby, but if I had to just flip a coin and guess, I would say yes.
As you put it. So this person brought up Sweet Baby, and the CEO comes out to reject them and basically be like, I don't even know who that Sweet Baby guy is. Only found out recently. Which is interesting because a lot of people have reaction to that. Some people are saying, well, maybe they're kind of telling the truth because CD Projekt Red is so woke, maybe they don't even need consultation from Sweet Baby. But the other reaction is, well, they're trying too hard, basically. They're trying to say that, oh, we have no connection to Sweet Baby. It almost makes them look guilty because if you haven't heard of Sweet Baby at this point, you're either lying or you have no pulse on the community. If you've been paying attention to anything going on with gamers over the last year, you would know Sweet Baby was a big topic. Whether you support them, hate them, or indifferent to them, it's still a very relevant topic. And if you are a CEO of a gaming company, how could you have not heard of Sweet Baby until very recently? That's a very strange thing to say. But let's return to PC Gamer, okay? As pointed out by many different people, PC Gamer has been having a very rough go of things, especially given some recent political and social events that didn't go in the favor.
Look at this. PC Gamer has 3.3 million followers. Okay, I can already predict how their posts look. 5k views and like 120 likes. Okay? Because all these sites pretty much just bought their stuff. That's pretty much it. All of them mostly just bought followings on all of these things. This is what a lot of celebrities do. This is what a lot of famous sites do. I would not be surprised in the slightest that PC Gamer is the same. Let's check.
Favor of the activists
Scroll down
at this publication. So you can see Hypnotic here putting out a very hilarious and hypocritical article made recently by PC Gamer, where they call people supporting Twitter by buying Twitter Blue, supporting and giving revenue to dullwits. That basically these people who are buying Twitter Premium are dullwits, forking over $8.
By the way, people laughed about the Twitter Gold thing, and I said this is genius, because Twitter Blue was previously a free verification checkmark for every company. And it was free. It was stupid. It was the most worst business decision ever. But, Dorsey's Twitter on average implemented 0.3 or 8 changes per year to Twitter, which is fucking horrendous. And Elon Musk was, well, if these companies want to be known as the original, here's a $1,000 thing that you need to pay for. And most companies are actually doing it. There are a lot of companies that are paying $1,000 per fucking month so people know that they're the originals. And people made fun of this. I instantaneously was like, well, that's a great idea.
To Elon Musk. So they're mocking people for paying $8 a month to Elon Musk. But as pointed out by Hypnotic, they have a golden check mark, which is $1,000 a month. They're mocking you and calling you a dimwit for paying $8 for Twitter Premium, but they're paying $1,000. And not only are they paying $1,000 to the guy they hate so much, they're also
Okay, PC gamers just abhorrent trash. Oh, look at that! Suicide kill the Justice League. I forgot about this one. Oh man, that even if you remove the DEI from that game, it would still be absolute. It would be a travesty. Okay. Anyway, 10 out of 10. That was Riv says Desu. Bye.